Hey guys, welcome back to Overtakes. This is Misfit.
And I'm Kel.
And we are giving you our Overwatch League Grand Finals first set recap. So let's dive into this. All right.
Wow. That's basically all I can say. I mean, what an electric feeling this whole thing had. Like, this felt like a full-on sporting event.
Oh, yeah.
Even more, I mean, hell, I've been to some actual sporting events that weren't even nearly this crazy.
That was like being at, a big time playoff game, which it is, or being at like a big boxing match, or like, like when the WWE does like, WrestleMania or something like that. It was on that level, like, of excitement. And
it reminded me, honestly, the feeling of that crowd reminded me, I went to Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals the year the Cavs won the championship, when they swept the Hawks.
I remember that.
And I was at that game. That is the same feeling that I got from that arena. Just, like, people going nuts, everyone just cheering their heads off. All of that, because you don't really get that kind of atmosphere very often, even at regular sporting events, just because, like, most of the time you're like, it's the middle of the season, it's not really that much happening, so there's not as many stakes, that kind of thing. But
especially like in hockey or baseball or basketball, where you have, the grind of like 82 games, 162 games, whatever, the season is. But that reminded me, honestly, of, like I said, WWE, but it also reminded me of being an NHL playoff game. Mm-hmm. The crowd was just, like, intense. Like, it was great.
Yeah, they were losing their minds for big plays. Like, everyone knew what was going on. Like, they knew when the big moments were happening. I cannot, like, this makes me so excited for when we finally get to see these teams play in their respective cities. And I'll say one thing, Philly represented pretty well there, and if you got to play them, and when we get to that point at home, you're going to be in trouble, because that place is going to be fucking loud. Right.
I mean, when London came out, there were like boos, and they were like, what the fuck? East laid back LA. Yeah, you're on the East Coast, bitch.
Yeah, you're on the East Coast. This is the real Philly
you're
crowd.
Lucky you didn't get hit with a fucking battery.
Right. Oh man.
Oh wait, they closed that stadium down, but that crowd was pretty fucking lit, and it was pretty awesome. And
it was fantastic.
Hoping, and I keep saying this, I am hoping ESPN just leaves them alone, the broadcast, because those guys are so fucking good.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
the broadcast was like absolutely top notch. They pulled out all the stops for this tonight. Yeah, I love the energy that the casters were bringing. Uber and Mr. X were phenomenal tonight.
Fucking Uber's got the most energy though, man. He is he's awesome. I love it when he does a match.
Oh man, his calls for especially that last map, that Volskaya map, his calls were on point. Like, he was phenomenal tonight.
He better go home and have a beer after that, because
no kidding.
I
wonder who they're gonna have for tomorrow. Are they gonna keep rolling with Uber and Mr. X, or is it gonna be
it's Monty and Doa?
It's Doa and Monty. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
I'm down with that too. Those guys are great too. It's like in the NFL, when you have the two different sets of announcers, actually, it kind of reminds me of like baseball. Uber and Mr. X remind me of we're going to Cleveland thing here. He's like Tom Hamilton.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely.
He's got that. When the big play happens, he's like out of his mind, and it's so fucking awesome.
And it doesn't matter. Like, that's the greatness of Tom Hamilton, is he is 100% a huge homer for the Tribe.
Oh god,
at the same point, he just loves great baseball.
Oh
and
yeah,
he gets excited when there's just like a really incredible play from either side.
We're not going to talk about the guys.
that's kind of what Uber brings to it.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about the guys that announce my team's games because they're fucking trash and fucking hate me. I fucking hate A-Bomb from A-Rod and the other one that fucking is like, if a pitch is inside, she's saying that they're throwing at him and they're fucking awful.
I don't know how New York fans put up with the trash announcers that they have for the most part. Like, the only good announcers they have is Mike Breen for basketball, and that's like the worst team in New York, so...
I remember when Mike Breen was the sports guy on Imus in the Morning.
Damn.
Like, he was like an intern. He was like doing the sports report for Imus, and Imus just fucking was, he's not a sports guy, so...
Just being Imus.
Yeah. Anyway, Uber was fucking great. Mr. X, he is underrated as a fucking analyst guy.
He is.
Because, Monte Cristo is so good.
Right.
With his knowledge of, like, the tactics and all that I think Mr. X gets he gets not pushed off, but kind of, like, overlooked.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But he was great tonight, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Uber did a phenomenal job, and I'm even more excited for just that aspect of it. I'm super excited for that tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
But,
that being said, is Uber going to push for the... when it gets to that point, is he going to push for the Philly home announcer guy?
I kind of hope so, but yeah, let's move on to
the match.
To the match itself. Started off fantastic. That was a hell of a Dorado.
Yeah, it was.
I had a feeling that's the way it was going to start off. You could tell that both teams were pretty nervous, and then like just some phenomenal defense from London to start on that third point. Once it got to that third point, because neither team was doing very well on defense.
No, they weren't
for the first 2 points.
And then once they got in the building, it was game on.
London held them for a really long time. It was a phenomenal hold, but then Philly
held them for longer. That was the best part about that.
Right, exactly. Like Philly just completely overwhelmed them to start, or once they finally got it all the way, and then from then on, they just they knew they had that edge and they took advantage of it, and their hold on London was unreal. I mean, Carpe was an absolute monster. He had them so distracted.
He went 6 kills, 7 deaths in that. He had them so distracted that, but the 6 picks that he had, I actually tweeted it out. The 6 picks that he had were so crucial in every fight.
Yes.
That it was unbelievable. And then,
absolutely.
You throw in, just the tank play that Philly had going on. And look, we were fucking crucifying Hotba. I'm done with that. Because that dude carried them in this fucking match. I'm sorry. Yeah. The whole match.
Yeah, Hoppa was phenomenal.
And it wasn't necessarily...
Hoppa and Poco both in this entire set. Both of those guys, I don't know how they even make the decision of who to start at times. Because man, that's a choice that I would not want to have to make. That's a great choice for a coach to have to make. If you're a coach, you want to have that choice, but at the same point, it's a tough call. Because there's going to be times where you're going to want one guy in and you can't put both in. But man, both of those guys. So
Dorado, that was unbelievable. The only match that was a map that was a dud.
Yeah.
Was Oasis, because the fucking Spitfire domination. What the fuck was that?
My God, they just absolutely.
That was my best Semler impression, I think.
Yeah. they really did dominate that entire map.
That was fucked up. Seriously.
They looked so damn good. And they just completely overwhelmed. Birdring was going off.
Yeah. That's the scary part for Philly.
As much as Prophet took over later in the match, dominated on Oasis. He was so damn good, and just getting the most crucial picks. Anytime Philly got any kind of progress or looked like they were going to do something, Birdring was right there, picks off the support, or takes out somebody that they have to retreat, or just cleans up the fight altogether. And it was unreal.
And quietly in that match, in the whole match, but especially on Oasis, Fury, I mean, Birdwing was kind of like the showy guy. Fury was out of his mind playing on the off-tank. Dude, that guy was insane. And just watching...
Good tonight.
I keep saying it. You know, y'all can say what you want about this meta and Diva. Learn how to fucking play her. That's all I gotta say. Because there were 3 guys that were playing Diva tonight, and they were absolutely destroying the fuck out of everybody. And that's all I gotta say about that. Because I play Diva, and fuck you. I'm back on that, by the way. I'm maining Diva again.
No, I feel ya. But yeah, like, and then after halftime, the next match,
Prophet had a pizza snack.
Yeah.
And
and man, like the defense on that once again, just phenomenal.
Man,
absolutely phenomenal.
What that was the best Volskaya in the history of the Overwatch League. I don't care what anyone says.
The Eichenwald was kind of it was slightly skewed toward London. Like, it was okay. It was pretty good.
But Philly
overall.
But honestly, Philly didn't play bad on that hold.
No.
And Hotba carried them in that.
Yes.
I mean, he played Roadhog, Tracer, Zenyatta, and I don't know. Did he pull anyone else out? I mean, seriously.
Right.
I mean, he was on fire as Zenyatta, because I was watching the match, and I'm like, looking at it, I'm like, fucking Hotba is a better Zenyatta than their main Zenyatta player right now. Just let him pick whoever he wants.
No kidding.
Just put him in and say, we're not calling him anything. We're not calling him a tank. We're not calling him an off tank or whatever. He's the wild card. He's going to pick whatever is necessary right now.
Right. Absolutely. and yeah, like that's where he really started to show that in this match. Wow. This was
I've never seen
such an insane map.
Oh, I've never seen that map be that entertaining, and that includes like those ones where in the middle of the season where it was going 5-6 and stuff like that.
Right.
This was unbelievable.
Absolutely unreal play on both sides, and like this match, like I was starting to get a little worried for Philly until this match, because it's like like they didn't look terrible on Eichenwald, but they definitely like London they didn't easily win it, but like they definitely like it was not nearly as close as you would have liked.
It wasn't as close as you would have liked, but you know what? Philly's having trouble on the attack side. They're like running out of gas or slowing down, or there's something, or London, I don't know, London's making the right switches. Something's happening like in the middle towards the end of like the time limit on their attacks where they're getting stopped. But
yeah, like once they have to once they have to go back and regroup, like that tends to take them a lot longer than it should.
Yeah, and they're not getting staggered horribly or anything like that in these fights. To Volskaya, that map, honestly, we say this a lot. We're like, but that was the best assault map I've ever seen.
Oh, hands down. Thinking back to that Hanamura last year in the World Cup,
this
beats that handily.
Oh, that's
like that. The
one with Flower and
Korea one, yeah.
The one with Flower and Sinatra going off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this beats that by leaps and bounds. I mean, it was like every player in this on both teams made a big play somewhere in the attack or the defense or whatever. Somebody did something absolutely monstrous.
Oh God. Like,
and then
when London was attacking, Poco gets that freaking triple kill.
Oh my God! Well, that was the second one he got on that map.
Right.
And then,
Unreal.
all right, everybody, kneel down and pray to the altar of Prophet, because then anyone who got in his way.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Like, and by the way, did you see the press conference after?
I have not.
He's like, well, in chaotic situations like that, when we're down people, we just kill people and make sure everyone's dead or something like that. We just kill people until they all die. It was like something like that. I was like, oh, God, you little fucker.
I love it.
I love it, too. But you know what? It wasn't like... When Poco... And it was right when Poco hit that diva bomb. I was like, oh man, Philly's got this. And then he came out of nowhere and just fucking killed everybody.
Right.
And Birdring was right with him, though. I mean, him and Birdring fucking team killed by themselves. It's like, fuck it, we don't need the rest of you assholes. We're going to do this on our own.
To be fair, Philly did manage to come back and push them back at that point. But, I mean, after Prophet got switched to Tracer and got that 5-kill, that was one of the nastiest things I've ever seen. You didn't even get to see it. No. It was that fast. That right there, well, because they were looking at Birdring and they're just like, oh, Prophet got another kill. Oh my God, Prophet got another kill. Oh my God, he got another kill.
And it was like, unbelievable. Prophet's killing everybody.
Right.
Oh my God. And honestly, that was after when they were on defense, where he was playing May, and he was using that fucking right click and just absolutely destroying everyone.
Right.
He was like fucking sniping like Widowmaker with that fucking thing. He dropped the blizzard, which you very rarely see in this league. Someone drop the blizzard. Mm-hmm. He actually got blizzard, and he dropped it, and he was just like click, click, click. I was like, oh man, fucking A. And then Philly, and then fucking Neptuno went off on that map too. He got like a 2 or 3 kill. Yeah, I think Prophet was sneaking around. He's like with Genji, and he's like, oh fuck you, you are not. He killed him, he killed Nuss, and he about killed Birdring.
Right. God damn.
It's like with him when he has the pistol. It's like when you get in a barroom fight, and then like someone's grabbing the guy by the back shirt. All right, dude, calm down, slow down. Fucking Neptuno. It was great. It was like watching. It was watching like we were talking about like before this started. It was like watching a heavyweight fight. It was like there were big fucking haymakers being thrown by everybody. I mean, yeah. London won the match 3-1. It's not over by any fucking stretch at all.
Not at all. And that map solidified that Philly is so very much in this. Even though they lost it, the plays that they were making, and if they just do make a few minor little tweaks, I mean, they can absolutely come back and still win this all. Like that's what makes me so excited for tomorrow and seeing what they do with this.
It's going to be so fun. It's what we keep saying about Philly, that when they're backed up against the wall, they're actually better.
Yeah, and absolutely.
They came out and they won the first map, and then London rolled them, and then Eichenwald, they had a little trouble, and then in that Volskaya match, they threw punches back. And they played really well.
You could start to see them kind of fighting, clawing back, and it's looking pretty good for them. Like after that, like I am definitely not counting Philly out.
No, I don't know where to pick this.
I know, right? Like I'm just.
So if we got to pick the end of this match, I mean, I don't know where to go. Yeah, you could say London kind of rolled them, but I don't. After I watched the match, I didn't see them actually rolling them except on Oasis, which was fucking weird.
Right.
I still can't wrap my head around that.
Right. And, never thought I'd be saying that.
And Eichenwald was a wash, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Philly didn't get even a point B, but New York had to struggle to get to where Philly got to, so it wasn't like it was like some kind of a fucking easy ride for them either. So I can't pick the end. I don't know what to say for the end of this match.
I feel like Billy wins game 2 or match 2, then it comes down to a match 3, which ends up like this is my call. Okay. I'm saying match 3 goes to 5 maps, possibly 6. I feel like that's going to be the one and only 6 map we get, and London pulls it out at the very end. That's my call.
Honestly, I'm kind of with you on that. I would be really scared though for that pick on a King of the Hill map with London for the championship. But you know what? I'm going to go with London too. I don't want to do the blasphemy thing and be shamed in the eyes of God.
I know, right?
Fuck, I'm gonna have to buy a fucking jersey. God damn it.
I might too. Like, Prophet's been that good. Like, holy shit.
Dude, seriously. Well, and, you know, I like all the guys on Philly, too. Well, sometimes at Prophet, he just fucking comes through with shit that, like, you're just like, all right, whatever, bro. Just fucking take over and do what you're going to do. And we were saying, well, you know, he can't hard carry. Well, we were wrong about that.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes, we were.
Man, he was so fucking good today. But you know what? It wasn't like Philly was terrible. There were some questionable picks as far as their compositions. Couple of ults that they could have saved, or like there was a couple times EQ had barrage where I was like, fucking use it.
Yeah.
Like there was one time he kept pulling back. I'm like, dude, they are all standing on that cart. They do not know you're there. And he was like behind them flanking, and they just pulled back. I'm like, just fucking unleash it. If you get a 3 kill and the rest of your team is coming in, you still have an advantage.
Right.
You know, there was a couple times where I was like, stop being conservative with that, man.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely something that they will tweak and definitely acknowledge, and like I can't imagine that's going to be something that will happen again.
No, and another thing they have to do is you have to neutralize Badosin.
Yes. They got to do something about that.
And for London, they have to fucking figure out what the hell Hotba's doing. Mm-hmm. Because he's absolutely murdering them.
Oh, yeah, he really is. Well, one thing is, like we were talking about in Discord, how London is basically picking a different person to target in every map. Philly needs to do the same thing. And most of the time, it needs to be Badosin.
Yeah, especially on maps like Eichenwald.
He really seems like he is... Like, Badosin is kind of like... He's the grease that keeps everything going.
Yeah, right now he is.
As great and amazing as Prophet and Birdring and Fury and all these guys, Badosin is just that kind of... He's that, like... He's the
main gear.
Keeps the engine moving.
Yeah. We were talking on Discord, too. I was like, before Eichenwald started, I said, they have to stop Birdring on Hanzo. Because it's one of those things, because EQO does this, too, when he's on Hanzo. He's getting a Dragon Strike every 5 seconds. You cannot let that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's kidding. Just burning down, tanks, and he had a flank, and he fucking absolutely destroyed Carpe, like on that map. You can't let that happen. You can't let these guys go nuts with Hanzo, because as much as you make fun of that damn ult, and everybody does, and I don't give a fuck who you are, if you sneak around somebody and you shoot that thing like through a wall, and you split a team, or like especially in this, you delay them. It's huge. You can't let that happen. And they kind of let it happen, and I was like, you got to get on him. And that's... Yeah,
I would definitely agree with that.
But Badosin, honestly, Badosin's guy, you got to kind of, for them...
He needs to be your focus.
Yeah.
It's just like...
especially on the escort hybrid maps, when they pull that triple tank thing out, you have to get rid of him. You have to force him to go on to Zenyatta.
Yeah, his freaking Roadhog was just disgusting.
And his Tracer's insane, too.
Yeah, his Tracer's ridiculous. So they really need to treat him like he's Jonak.
Yeah.
Like, they need to do to him what they were doing to Jonak. If they want a chance to win, that is 100% something they will have to do. And I feel like that's why I love that we have, or like tonight, between tomorrow, like, I feel like they're going to be...
They're grinding right now, figuring this out.
I would be surprised if any of these guys get, like, any sleep tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
On both sides.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely doing the whole... Plus, there's probably 5 of them that are on stream right now.
Well, I imagine at this point they're all watching VODs and going over and making sure and seeing what they need to do better. Philly especially, like there's no way they're not scrimming right now trying to figure out what they can do better and looking at the film of this and making sure they're making the correct adjustment.
Yes, and one thing I hope they don't do is overthink.
Yes.
You can't try... Sometimes, like, it goes to that Patriots on the goal line against Seattle. Mm-hmm. The other way around. You can't try and outthink the guy and actually outsmart yourself.
Exactly.
Kind of see what they're doing, do what you do well. And
like minor little tweaks is all it needs to be.
You know, there are points here and there when you go, okay, so in this situation, you know, after Poco had dropped that bomb, we should have, you know, our Orisa should have been on the point in the corner doing this, and you guys should have done that instead of letting Prophet run wild around with Hanzo and Birdring on Hanzo and Prophet on Tracer, just absolutely annihilating everyone because you thought we had the map won. You know, you get a triple kill on D.Va in that league, you're like, yeah, shit, we got this. Yeah, the problem is you killed the wrong 3 guys. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. We just wanted to hit you with our thoughts on the first day of the finals. And if you like what you're hearing and you're new to this, hit a like, hit a subscribe. We're going to be on Twitter and Discord tomorrow for sure. We are going to do something after the match is over, so stay tuned for that. On social media, we'll definitely keep you posted. We might do a live thing, go over all the everything that happened in the last 2 matches, which we're assuming is going to happen. Other than that, you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you for set 2 and set 3 of the grand finals. Talk to you later.
Later, guys.